fellow cinema enthusiasts, my name is Christina. Welcome to another Let's Get Reelz movie review. Today's movie I will be reviewing for you is Dark Shadows, starring Johnny Depp, Helena Bonham Carter, Michelle Pfeiffer, Johnny Lee Miller, and Eva Green. Dark Shadows is about this guy named Barnabas Collins. His family settled in America in a seaport town in the 1600s, and his family built an empire with this big fishing company, and they had a really big mansion called Collingswood, I believe. And Barnabas was the only child, and he pretty much got whatever he wanted, and he had fallen in love with a girl named Josette. But there was a problem. There was a maid in the house named Angelique, played by Eva Green, who was very, very jealous, and it turns out she is a witch, and because she could not have Barnabas for herself, she made Josette walk to this hill and jump over onto the rocks into the ocean. Barnabas was so upset that he jumped after Josette, but Angelique kept him alive and made him a vampire. And Barnabas was eventually buried by the townspeople in this coffin because he was going out killing people. He needed, to survive, and he went out and killed people. Flash forward 200 years later to 1972, and a young girl named Victoria is on a train to become a nanny for Elizabeth Collins, played by Michelle Pfeiffer, and her nephew. Victoria just feels like something is dragging her there, and then we eventually come to find that there is a ghost that she follows, and this ghost in this house, who is of Josette, the ghost is Josette, and she says, "Help me," and we're like, what the hell is going on? And she says, "He's here, he'll be here," and you're like, what the hell? And then you find out that these construction workers digging along a certain part of the woods have stumbled across Barnabas's coffin. They open it and he pops out and he kills all the construction workers. So he comes back into this modern day world, and he's like, what the hell is going on? What is all this stuff? And he goes back to the house and he convinces Elizabeth, he's like, yes, I am Barnabas Collins. And the family had fallen on hard times. Their fishing business was put out of business by Angelique and her company, and she just totally cursed the family for a really long time. She never forgave Barnabas, and just always had something to do, tragically to do with the Collins family, and that's just one of the things she did. She just completely ruined their fortune. But Barnabas shows Elizabeth that he has all this family treasure stored away, and with that money and all their treasures, he's going to redo the house and build up their business again. And that's exactly what he does. Angelique is still all over Barnabas. She still wants him so bad, and she just makes everybody's life miserable as usual, and she's not getting what she wants, so she's just totally crazy. And in the end, everything turns out all right. The family gets rid of Angelique, and that's about all I'm gonna tell you for Dark Shadows, because there's so much that goes on, and it's just nuts. It's just totally nuts. The cast was so good. I'm not really a fan of Johnny Depp. I'm one of those, I guess I'm gonna say weird people. There's just something about Johnny Depp I really can't get into, but for some reason I loved him as Barnabas Collins in Dark Shadows. I remember seeing this in the theaters, and I was just like, oh my god, Johnny Depp, this is my favorite character he's ever done. I really enjoyed him in this movie. I really don't know why. Helena Bonham Carter plays a psychologist who lives with the family. She takes care of the nephew, and she's hilarious. Helena Bonham Carter, no movie could ever go wrong with her in it. She's just wonderful. She's such a great character actress. She's just, there's something about her. I can just watch anything she does, and she was so good in this. And, she's good at playing crazy characters or just messed up characters, and that's exactly what she was. Michelle Pfeiffer, stunning. Just so stunning, and I really did like her as well in this movie. I haven't really seen Michelle Pfeiffer in a lot of movies, and I mean, from what I've seen of her, I've enjoyed, and I liked her in this a lot. She fit. It was like weird seeing her kind of like in a kooky movie, like, you know, being with Johnny Depp and Helena Bonham Carter, who are these great character actors, and then you have Michelle Pfeiffer, who's been in like dramas and all this stuff, and with these like kooky character actors. Johnny Lee Miller, his character was an asshole. He was so stupid, and he's not in it that much, but you're like, oh my god, I hate you. And I hate saying that because I really like Johnny Lee Miller. I think he's a good actor. Chloe Grace Moretz is in this as well. I forgot to mention she plays Elizabeth's daughter, and she plays a typical teenager. She plays the teen with an attitude who likes rock and roll, who feels trapped in this small town. And it was like Michelle Pfeiffer. It was kind of cool seeing her with these character actors of Johnny Depp and Helena Bonham Carter and see them interact. But it was fun, and it was very interesting to see her in this kind of role. I mean, she's one of those actresses, even though she's young, where she can do a variety of roles and just be flat out awesome. This is actually the movie that I saw Eva Green in, and I'm like, this bitch is fucking crazy. I love her, and like, she's just totally batshit nuts, and I'm like, wow, she is such a good actress. She is amazing. And from that moment on, like, I had seen her in Casino Royale and in a few other movies, and I'm like, no, this is it. Like, this is the movie that I'm like, Eva Green, bow down to you, woman. Like, she's just, oh god, that's what acting is. She is truly, genuinely batshit crazy, and truly, genuinely an incredible actress. Like, she scares the crap out of me in this with her faces, and I mean, I think she really gives Johnny Depp and Helena Bonham Carter and even Michelle Pfeiffer like a run for their money as far as acting in this movie. I don't know what it is about Dark Shadows. It's not like one of the greatest movies ever made. It's not Johnny Depp or Helena Bonham Carter's greatest movies ever, but I really, really enjoyed it, and I have to say, I do count this as like one of my favorite movies. I remember seeing it in the theaters, and I just really, really liked it. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was the cinematography. Maybe it was like finally finding a movie where Johnny Depp didn't drive me crazy, and I actually enjoyed his performance instead of being like, oh my god, just stop. I don't know what it is. I just loved it, and I still love it. I still think it's a good movie. If you haven't seen Dark Shadows, give it a shot. You know, if you've ever heard anybody say like, oh, it's not good, it's really stupid, just give it a try. Give it one shot and, you know, form your own opinion. So that was my review of Dark Shadows. If you like this review in any way, please give it a thumbs up. Leave your comments down below. If you have seen Dark Shadows before, let me know what you think. If you're a big fan of Helena Bonham Carter, Eva Green, anything, let me know there. And if you guys have any suggestions of what I should watch next, leave those in the comments as well. And if I pick your movie and I watch it and I review it, I will give you a shout out. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for future Let's Get Reelz movie reviews, because that is what I like to do here. And as always, keep watching movies and stay absolutely fabulous.